What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BAM GPG. Today, we've got a whole lot to get into, including the latest news coming out of Green Bay. Today, plus a whole segment dedicated to the disrespect Jordan Love keeps getting across the NFL. And I'm telling you right now, the hate does not match the reality. The numbers do not support it. The film doesn't support it. And honestly, the eye test absolutely destroys most of it. Most of the arguments people throw at him. So let's get right into it.
Yeah, so let's get into it here today, Bryson. So first up here, today's Packers news. Let's start with what's new out of Green Bay today. The big takeaways from today is that, Jordan Love is still trending upward once again, and the coaching staff continues to double down on the confidence they have in him, right? The conversation inside the building right now is all about consistency. It's about poise and the way he's controlling the offense right now, even with the bumps, even with the injuries, even with all the noise outside of the organization right now. And health-wise, the Packers, they're still doing the dance with the guys working through the minor things. Nothing major broke new today, thankfully. But overall, the tone feels like this team's starting to tighten things up for the playoff stretch here, right? And this is one of those weeks where the vibe around the facility, you kind of get a sense that they know what's at stake, right? They know what they need to fix, and they know who the leader is in the locker room, and that's Jordan Love, right?
Yes. And this hate from Jordan Love, I do not know why people keep hating on him.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes zero sense, right? So let's talk about Jordan Love and the amount of hate that this guy gets online. It's honestly laughable at this point. You've got Bears fans saying he's mid. You have Vikings fans saying he's inconsistent. National fans are saying he's not proven yet. And none of them actually watch the Green Bay Packers week to week, right? They see one bad stat line or one primetime drive, that didn't go well, and suddenly he's garbage. No, right? That's not a real analysis. That's just social media noise. So,
and I want to also say this is not just with Jordan Love. This is with the entire Packers offense and defense.
Yeah.
It's the Packers in general.
They get a lot of hate around the league, right? So let's just deal with reality here for a minute, right? So let's look at the stats first, right? I know a lot of people aren't stat heads, and we'll get into the eye and the film test here too, but the stats that prove this point, right? Since Jordan Love became the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, here's what the numbers actually say. He's sitting in the mid to high 60% range in completion percentage, which is top tier for any quarterback in the league, right? His yards per attempt stay around about 7.8 to 8 range zone, right? Which puts him among the more aggressive and efficient downfield passers in the league. He's sitting on a strong touchdown to interception ratio, consistently one of the biggest strengths of the Green Bay Packers and him. And he has multiple games where he has 300 plus yards, multiple touchdowns, 0 turnovers, and a passer rating that is well above 100, right? You simply don't post those kind of numbers if you're a bad quarterback. You don't stumble into those numbers by accident. And they happen because you're able to read defenses, right? You're able to make the right throws and run the NFL, the Green Bay Packers offense, the way the coaches need you to run it.
Yeah.
So the eye test, Bryson, we talked about that. So we got into the stats a little bit to back it up. People aren't stat heads. Let's talk about the film. Let's talk about the eye test here. Okay. So here's the part where a lot of casual fans don't get. The part you only see if you actually watch the tape. Jordan Love, he passes the eye test every single week. And when you actually watch the film, here's what you'll see. Number one, his pocket composure. He doesn't panic, right? He doesn't bail on clean pockets. He doesn't roll out just to roll out. And he slides, resets, keeps his feet under him, and throws on time. Number two is his anticipation, right? The biggest sign of a real quarterback, one, he throws receivers open. He throws to windows before they're open. That's veteran stuff right there. And he's already doing it at a young early in his career here, right? And number three here, the accuracy in the intermediate game, Bryson. This is where Love is very, very special, right? Those 12 to 18-yard digs and crossers, he hits them in stride, and that's where elite offenses live in this league. Number four here, Bryson, his decision making, right? He's not the guy forcing reckless throw after reckless throw. Look at the tape. He chooses when to take a shot and when to take the check down. That's a sign of growth. That's a sign of maturity. And that's a sign of discipline out of your quarterback. And number five, right? Leadership. You need your quarterback to be a leader. Watch how he operates in late game situations. Watch how he talks to the huddle. Watch how calm he is when protections break down. You can't teach that in a quarterback.
And I want to say, every time he passes the ball to wide receivers, specifically Dontavian Wicks, they always seem to drop it.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting his receivers in stride. Again, he's throwing his receivers open. You've seen multiple, I mean, you can go on a highlight reel and watch Jordan Love highlights. He's throwing through windows. He's that aren't quite open yet. You saw it last week. I mean, he threaded the needle on that touchdown pass in the corner to Christian Watson. Christian Watson did high point that ball, made a spectacular catch. But
and you know, he has some bad throws, but every quarterback has bad throws.
Absolutely, he's not without air. No doubt about that. So here's why the hate doesn't match reality, right? Here's the truth. The hate Jordan Love gets doesn't come from football. It comes from emotion, right? People wanted him to fail when he replaced Aaron Rodgers. People wanted the Packers to fall apart when Rodgers left. People wanted to be right about, their draft takes when the Green Bay decided to take him while Rodgers was still, considered a prime Rodgers, right? Now, that's not playing out well, right? People are doubling down instead of admitting they were wrong on Jordan Love. But the stats, he's good, right? The film says he's good. The eye test says Jordan Love is good. And his growth, it says he's just getting started in this league.
Yeah, and you see, YouTubers, when he got drafted, they're like, why would the Packers make that? And now that he's finally playing good, it's like, oh, he's going to have.
Yeah, they're doubling down on it. They don't want to admit their wrongs, right? So here's my hot take today, and I'll stand on it, folks. Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback in the league. And
I
Jordan
don't think that's even a hot take.
I don't think so either. But, for all the haters, it probably is. But Jordan Love, he's going to finish the season as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, not because of the hype, not because of potential, right? But because of his performance. He's already shown the trades. He's already shown the growth in this league. He's already shown the production. The only thing missing is national recognition for him, right? And that always comes last in this league.
Yeah.
Now, Packer fans, don't worry. You have another franchise quarterback. Don't let the noise fool you from the national media.
Even if he gets hurt, we still have a good backup.
Yeah, Malik Willis is great too. So we're in a very, very good situation in Green Bay at quarterback. There's a lot of envy of the Packers because of how we've been able to draft and develop quarterbacks. You look at Aaron Rodgers. We didn't draft Favre, but we brought him into Green Bay from a bad situation in Atlanta. We were able to draft Love and develop him behind Rodgers. So
and now the same thing's going to happen with Love. We're going to draft somebody other than
it's
Love.
Draft and develop. Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of envy for the Packers. I absolutely agree. So that's all we got for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment, share, any thoughts you have on this. I know there's still going to be a lot of haters out there, but we're just going to let you hate, right? We have our franchise quarterback. We're happy with Jordan Love. He's here for the long run. And appreciate y'all for listening, and we'll be back later this week. We'll get into that matchup a little bit more against Minnesota this weekend. And Bryson, as always,
Let's go, Pack, go.